Hi everyone, this is Cheryl with Cheryl's Paper Creations, and I have a new design team project for Tamra at countrycraftcreations.com. This album was made using Blue Fern Studios Blush Collection. This is the first time that I've worked with these papers, and I was very impressed with the quality of the papers. They're very heavy and easy to work with. They don't crack, and the graphics are just beautiful. Now this album is also for sale, and I'll put all of the links for Tamra's shop and how to contact me below the video. This is the largest album I've ever made. It's 11.5 by 8.5, and it has a 5.5-inch spine. Let's take a look at the cover. I have a heart doily, and then I cut out a coffee cup out of the collection, and I added a pink lace applique, and I put some mulberry roses and flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts on top of the applique. I also have a handmade butterfly, and I cut out the word love, put some glossy accents on it. And there are pearls around the border, some heart lace, here's some pink bling, and then down the side there's some white lace with some blue heart lace trim. And as with most of my albums, it closes shut with a hook and eye, and I used a rhinestone and pearl brooch. And I left plenty of room to add photos. And there's also a matching brooch up on the back of the cover. Now on the seam, I used some teal and mauve seam binding, and I did a corset spine, and I've got a rhinestone brooch. This is a heavy album. You can also fit lots of photos in it. On the first page, I used some heart lace, which is also available at Country Craft Creations. Here's some pink pearls, and then I used some silk flowers. Here's a photo mat. I also used a paper clip to attach a sentiment and a small little photo mat. And then in this album I decided to use the Graphic 45 Staples tags, and these measure about 4 by 5 inches. And I added some Wild Orchid Crafts roses, mulberry roses, and they're blank on the back, so you can put a photo or whatever, journal. What I decided to do with this album was I spend a lot of time shopping for imported laces. I love buying laces and flowers, and so I decided to showcase a lot of my imported laces on the pages. So I didn't get real interactive with the pages. They're mostly just plain pockets. But this, for example, is an imported lace that I purchased from an Etsy shop, and I put pearls, individual pearls, on the top. Here's some flowers below here. Here's a photo mat and another tag. And all my pearls are glued down with glossy accents. I'll let you see the flower there. There's also a stick pin here too. This page, here's another imported lace, piece of imported lace with a handmade butterfly, and this is a stick pin. This is a rhinestone slider here. And there are 3 photo mats, blank on the back. And for this album, I chose the white Cartabella cardstock, which Tamara carries. If you follow me at all, you know I'm a huge fan of the Cartabella cardstock. Here we have a side pocket with a handmade butterfly. Here's a pearl with a rhinestone trim, some flowers, and a little rhinestone heart slider. Oops, what happened here? Oh, the butterfly's stamen fell off. Well, I will glue that back later. Okay, and then I've got 4 photo mats. And this is some pink rosette trim. I used a Martha Stewart punch. I must have 3 drawers full of punches, and I keep using the same punch. I find it stands up very well if you're putting, you know, your photos in and out of these pockets. I like the way it stands up. Now these pages sort of mirror each other. This is also some imported lace here. Here's a tag, 2 photo mats, and then I used a Prima die for the leaves with these flowers here. Here's another tag, photo mats. These are my colors. Anybody that knows me knows that I love pastels. And this is some beautiful lace here. And I glued everything down with all the laces. Everything is all glued down. The tips are all glued down. There are some pearls that I glued down individually. Here's some mauve rosette trim with some pearl trim. And then a photo mat, a tag that says Key to My Heart, and I added a brass key. And with this page I made a belly band out of lace, and I used a rhinestone slider. And there's some flowers with some white twine, some lace, 2 photo mats, this is stretchy so you won't have a problem getting the mats in and out. And on this page, this lace is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, but it also, in addition to the pink, it also has some teal in it. And I put some flowers on the bottom and some mauve trim and some pearls. And then I glued a heart doily to the paper. And there are 2 photo mats and a tag. Here's some more lace. I tried to do different laces on each page. Lace with the mauve trim, pearls, and the heart lace. This page, I've got a side pocket, and I used a paper clip to attach a small photo mat and a sentiment. There's some white pom-pom trim going down the side. Here's a ribbon, piece of ribbon with the rhinestone slider and some flowers, and these are little pieces of tulle that I gathered up and placed in the flowers. Aren't these graphics gorgeous? Tamara carries all of the blue fern papers. There are several different designs out now, and they're very popular. And if you go to her website and you don't see a particular line that you're looking for, just message her and she's able to get them right away and she can ship them out to you. This lace has been all glued down. Here's some white pom-pom trim and some pink pearls. And then this trim I felt went with the colors of the paper collection really well. It's got the blues and the pinks. And I added some flowers with some twine. And here we have some more flowers, handmade butterfly, some more lace and heart trim. And on the last page I've got some flowers, tag, photo mat, and then another little photo mat with the sentiment. So go check out Tamara's website, countrycraftcreations.com. She not only carries all of the blue fern, but she has all the other popular paper lines, the Authentique, Bow Bunny, Graphic 45, October Afternoon. She carries the Cartabella cardstock too. So check out her website at countrycraftcreations.com or go to her Facebook page, Country Craft Creations in Hooper. And if you're interested in purchasing this album, check below the video for information on how to contact me. Thanks for watching. Bye now.